Hello, and welcome once again to my continuing series for you on the facts of life. Today, I believe this is episode 12 in this series. Today, I'm going to be talking briefly about what a conservator governance is. And then I'm going to talk about the really bad forms of government, egalitarian dystopias, awful things, and the relation of that governance on the most important part of life, our immortal soul. So about conservator governance. Using the general principles of the wisdom traditions as my guide, I am going to offer you an explanation of and a justification for conservator governance, and suggest to you that we all have a conservative impulse in us. It's a part of our endowment to want to conserve that which is good and right and stable is a part of human nature. So on to the worst form of governance, egalitarian dystopias. The knowledge I have been able to glean from my investigations into spirituality, religion, philosophy, and politics has caused me to take a very dim view of atheistic liberal ideology. Sadly, however, here in America and in much of the Western world, adherence to this belief system among its populations, especially in America, these people are now striving to eliminate God and religion from our culture. That would be disastrous. Religion and the high moral standards that the truths of religion steadfastly promote are necessary for civilization to prosper. Instead of religion and the political liberty religion demands, liberalism seeks to foist upon us the idyllic imaginations of utopian idealists, the so-called heaven on earth people. Sadly, these people ignore the evidence of history, the wisdom traditions of humanity, and the universal truths contained in religious scripture. The egalitarian Big Brother dystopias that were feared by Aldous Huxley and George Orwell and many others have begun to materialize before us. We have seen a widespread reduction of civilized life here in America and the rise of gross, material, and egocentric satisfactions of the petty animal appetites. So sad. That which was once reviled and shamed as being vulgar, profane, obscene, or immoral has now become commonplace in the daily lives of many of us. We don't even seem to upbraid and shame bad behavior in our children anymore, lest we damage their oh so important self-esteem. This is just so very wrong, truly. It's bad for the society. It's pathetic. In many ways, the outer order of our nation has fallen under the clutches of merciless liberal ideologues. Our universities are now filled with poisonous professors who have been seduced and fallen under the spell of Marxist, collectivist, social philosophy. Many university professors now actively promote the destructive falsehoods of this delusional philosophy and indoctrinate our youth with their ridiculous ideas about life and governance. One need only look at today's journalists and teachers to see the pernicious effect these useful idiot professors are having upon society. They are now actually professing hatred for America. And we pay for this indoctrination with our tax dollars. Jeez Louise, that's sad. Under the influence of the alluring falsehoods contained in these ideologies, the inner order of the eternal soul is seriously endangered. Beliefs about material reductionism and today's fashionable progressive notions about moral relativism are evil falsehoods. They are paving the way to a hellish future for our country. We must stop this. When people are indoctrinated to accept these vain intellectual falsehoods as truth, the arrogant appetites of our lower nature forcefully influence what we do without the reign of moral rectitude. The narcissistic ego and its desires for unlimited gratifications and self-expression are unleashed, and the voracious demands of the animal part of us often begin to dominate behavior. In the political realm, violence and terror and property destruction become acceptable strategies to further the leftist lust for power. Well, that's it for today. Pretty tough stuff. Kind of hard for many to accept, but geez, we just have to wake up to the reason of these things and see the truth of what I have just talked about. Anyhow, thanks for being with me today, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.